Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be my unboxing of the DualSense Edge controller. This is Sony's Pro controller for the PlayStation 5 and I am so excited to finally unbox it. I've been looking for this controller for a little bit over a month. It was selling like crazy and I just could not find one. But then good old GameStop had one in stock and I went and picked it up. This was like a birthday gift for myself because my birthday was back on March 5th, and I always like to spoil myself a little bit, so I picked this up for my birthday. I'm really excited to show you guys what this controller looks like, so let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, so here's the front of the box, the PlayStation logo, Sony, and then we've got an image of the controller. There's the side, now here is the back. You can see it's got a lot of different parts and components to the DualSense Edge. It's really customizable and everything, which is a big selling point for this controller. And we've also got mappable back buttons, but I think one of the biggest selling points on this controller is the replaceable stick modules. Everybody knows that the DualSense controllers have had a drift problem, so this kind of resolves that, or at least gives you a way to resolve that. So let's say you experience drift, then you can buy replacement sticks and then you'll fix the controller basically. So that is very, very cool. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and get the unboxing knife and slice this guy open. Alright, we've got the pizza box here. Now let's open this one up. Okay, so this is the controller carrying case, and then if I take this off, boom, we've got the carrying case right there. It's in the DualSense white. We've got the PlayStation logo on top, which is nice. It's really subtle. So this protective case is obviously going to be very, very good for your super expensive controller. You don't want to scuff that thing up or mess it up if you're bringing it somewhere, so I'm really, really happy that they gave you a carrying case, and I would say it's actually really good quality. The plastic is really high quality. It's really hard. You can hear it's gonna be tough. Let's unzip it and take the controller out. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's go ahead and take the controller out and then get this little wrapping paper off. So there is the DualSense Edge. I gotta say, it definitely looks very similar to the regular white DualSense. They feel almost identical. Like, I think this one feels slightly heavier, but it's really not that noticeable. You can see it's a little bit more premium. Like, we've got the black touchpad, and then we've got more of a shiny plastic bottom compared to the regular one has more of a matte finish, which I kind of prefer the matte finish because I feel like this one is going to attract fingerprints and just get a little bit dirty over time. But you can see this one's held up. Like, it's over 2 years old and it looks almost brand new, but I am a little bit worried about fingerprints on the DualSense Edge. The buttons on the Edge are black too, which I like, but besides that, it does feel pretty much identical to the regular DualSense. The thumbsticks feel pretty much the exact same, but you can customize them. Inside of the carrying case, you get 4 of these type of thumbsticks, so they're a little bit different to the ones that are on already. I prefer these with the groove, but if you do want to have that more rounded one, you can swap those out. You just pull on it just like that, and then you just push and lock it into place, and there you go. Super simple, but personally I just like the one that was already on it when I opened it up. Something else that I noticed on the Edge is that you have the PlayStation icons on the touchpad here, and the original DualSense did not have that, so that's a nice little design detail on the Pro controller. Everything else though on the controller is really similar. Like, we've got the share button, the options button, we've got the USB-C port for charging right there. The triggers are pretty much the same. You're gonna have your haptic feedback and everything, but they do have a little bit more grip here, so they're actually using PlayStation icons printed on the trigger. I'm just waiting for it to focus there. So you can feel it's got a little bit more grip. I'm sure over time it'll kind of smoothen out, but for now I really like the added grip. Something I am impressed with is that the weight is actually really light. I was expecting it to feel a bit heavier, and yeah, this thing looks really, really cool. So there was the front. Then on the back is where we're going to see a lot of the customizability on the DualSense Edge. So we've got trigger sensitivity options right here. So the top option is kind of like your standard trigger. You can go all the way down, all the way up. Then if we go down one, it reduces the range of motion, so now you're at like a half push. Then if you go on the very bottom, it's going to be super easy to push down and you can do it very quickly, which is going to be great for a lot of games, specifically shooters. So you can see right here, this side on the left is at the standard sensitivity, and then on the right side I put it at the shooter sensitivity sensitivity that I was just stating. So you can see top and bottom, and you can see the right side, you're going to be able to shoot a lot faster because you don't have to press down as much. Now for the paddles, you can see I've got the long one right here. It looks like it's made out of aluminum, so it's going to be really durable, but anyways, you can see they just kind of slide in, and I believe it sticks in there using a magnet, so that is really, really cool. You can see you can click it and everything, and then when you're done, you just pull it off of the magnet, put it back in the carrying case, and there you go. So we've got the long option and also a short. So this one just pops right in just like that, and there you go. So we've got long and short paddles, but we also get some additional thumbsticks, and the thumbsticks have two different length options. So we've got the short and long, so you can customize that to your liking. And then we've also got this in the box, which is a lock. So if you want to have the controller charging while you use it, or just charging in general, but you want to keep the cable in there and you don't want it to fall off or anything, basically what you do is you just put this up to here, and you can see there's a lock and unlock option. So let's say I want to lock it into place and I had my controller charging, I would just go like that, lock, and then it's going to keep everything in place. I don't think I'm really ever going to use this because I have a charging stand, so that's how I charge my controllers, but if I ever wanted to, then this is an option. So now I'll just go ahead and hit unlock. Pops out of the controller, and then you just put it back in the carrying case, and that's it. Now the last thing that you do get is a USB-C charging cable that's braided, so it's going to be really durable. So you can see right there, it looks really high quality. We've got the PlayStation logo on it too. It is USB-A to USB-C. I would have preferred USB-C to USB-C, but that is what Sony gave us with the DualSense Edge. Now there's one other thing with the charging case that I want to mention, and that is that you can charge the controller while it's in the case by pushing this little door open just like that. Then you just place the controller back in here, close it up, and then you can see the opening for the USB-C port is right there. So you can use that locking mechanism if you want, or you can just plug the USB-C end directly to the controller. So a nice little option to charge it. Personally, I don't think I'm really ever going to use that, so I'm just going to go ahead and close it up with the Velcro. But anyways, let's go ahead and set up the DualSense Edge with the PlayStation 5. Alright, so I've got the USB-A end into the PlayStation 5, and then I've got the USB-C in my hand. Let's go ahead and plug that in, then just hit the PlayStation button. Okay, so I'll just select a profile, then it'll give you a message saying welcome to DualSense Edge wireless controller, and it's giving me the option to customize everything. So let's go ahead and click get started. So it says get an edge in gameplay with the DualSense Edge wireless controller, customizable back buttons with L2, R2, stop sliders, with adjustable stroke lengths, function buttons for quick access, which are these buttons right here. I think I forgot to mention that in the unboxing, but these are going to be customizable function buttons. Then of course we've got replaceable thumb modules, which I will show you at the end of the video. So change your button assignments according to your preferences, adjust the input sensitivity of each stick, and then set the input range for the triggers, which I showed you guys on the back of the controller right here. You can also customize different profiles on this controller and switch between them while you're playing a game. So you can customize them for different people or different games, which I think is really, really cool. We'll go ahead and click next. Then we'll do quick access with the function button. So use the function button under the left or right stick to quickly access your favorite controls and profiles. Press and hold the function button to see your shortcuts. So let's go ahead and click one of them. So that was the right side. So it says see what's assigned to each shortcut, switch profiles, and access controls by pressing the function button and the displayed button at the same time. So okay, got it, great. Start setting up your controller by creating a profile. Great. So custom profiles. I'm gonna make one for myself right now, so I'm just gonna name it Austin. So Aus10. There we go, perfect. So customize button assignments. So you can customize everything. I'm personally not going to change anything as of right now, because it's going to take forever to show on the video, but you can see just how many options you have with the DualSense Edge. You can literally customize everything, so that is very cool. Then we can do stick sensitivity and dead zone options here, so I can do like left stick, right stick. I'll try left stick here, so sensitivities on default. We can do quick, precise, steady, digital, and dynamic. So let's go ahead and try out quick, so you can see how fast everything is going to be here. Versus if I go like default, it's still there, like the speed and everything, but if you go quick, it's obviously going to be quicker. And then it tells you exactly what you're customizing with the little drop down menus here. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to change that just yet. Because I want to play around with it and really just take my time and go through every single one. But there's also trigger dead zone, so you can customize that as well. So you can change that, you can adjust the variables and everything, so super customizable. Like let's say I wanted to put it at like, I don't know, 10 for example. Now you've limited that range. I'm just going to drop it back down to 0 until I play around with everything after the video. We can also do vibration sensitivity. So I like to have mine on strong, but you can put it to medium, weak, or off. Then we can do trigger effect intensity. Same thing, strong, medium, or weak, or off. So yeah, lots and lots of options here. So that's the first one. So if I wanted to add different ones, like maybe my brother, or just name it for different games or whatever, it's going to all be options there, and then I can just swap between them by clicking the function buttons on the bottom of the Edge controller. So yeah, really cool stuff so far. Obviously it's super customizable. You get your whole accessory menu for the DualSense Edge wireless controller too, which is nice. But yeah, it's going to take a little while for me to customize everything, but it is nice that you have so many options. And that's really it for the setup, guys. You just plug it into the PS5, turn it on, do a software update if you need to, and then you just go to the menu and customize everything. Like I said, I'm gonna need about 30 minutes maybe to go through everything and adjust it to my liking. But overall, I really like this controller. It's super customizable, it feels great in the hand. It just feels like a slightly more premium version of the regular DualSense. Now that we've done the unboxing and setup, I want to show you guys how to quickly swap out your thumbsticks, because now you can buy replacement ones for about $20, I believe. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's say you had some drift issues on your controller, you bought some thumbstick replacements, you want to take these out and get some new ones in there. All you really got to do is just flip the controller around, and then you can see right here you have a little release button. So let's go ahead and push that to the side. So once you slide the release button, you can hear that the front plate just kind of pops off. Then you just lift it off of the controller. Then all you gotta do is just grab onto this aluminum paddle, push it up, and then you can just pull the thumbstick right out and then just pop in the new one. So let's say this is a new one, for example. You just slide it back in here like so, and then push the paddle down and lock it into place, and there you go. Then grab the faceplate again and just line it up with the little hinges here. So you just go like that, and boom, that's it. So super easy to replace those thumbsticks if you do run into some drift problems. I think that's definitely one of the best features that the DualSense Edge has, because I know a lot of people that have run into that drift problem, and if you do run into it on the regular controller, you're kind of screwed. Versus if you have this one, you run into that problem, you just pay 20 bucks, get the replacement, pop it in, and you're good to go again. And it's really easy to swap them out too, which is nice. So guys, that's it for the unboxing and setup of the DualSense Edge controller. So far, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it. Like, it is obviously very customizable. I think it looks great, it feels great. It is a little bit pricey though. In Canada, these guys go for about $250, so they are definitely pricey. I think if you're someone that plays a lot of video games, maybe you're even a competitive gamer, then this is definitely a good product for you. Or you might even be someone that's just like really rough on your controllers and have kind of beat up the thumbsticks and experienced the drift problems a bunch of times and had to buy new controllers. This could also be a good option for you, because like I said in the video, you can replace the thumbsticks for only about $20, which is a great deal in my opinion. That right there is definitely one of the best things that Sony introduced with the DualSense Edge. Overall, I am pretty impressed with it. I do want to make a full review after I've used it for a little while, but just first impressions, this thing is great. Really, the only negative that I have with it is the price. I think if it went for like 170 Canadian dollars, that would be a pretty fair price point, and I guess you could could see the battery life as being a bit of a negative as well. This controller lasts for about 5 to 6 hours, then you're gonna have to plug it in and charge it again. Personally, I'm fine with that because I only play video games really for maybe like a max of 2 hours, so I should be fine. And then when I'm done, I always just toss the controller on my charging stand. So if you're someone that plays for like 5+ hours a day, then yeah, the battery life might suck, but at the same time, you can always play with it plugged in. But yeah, guys, overall, I am really happy with the DualSense Edge as of right now. Like I said, I am planning on making that full review after I've used it for maybe like a week or two, so stay tuned for that. Also, leave some comments down below of what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And what's something else that you want to see Sony introduce to a possible DualSense Edge 2 maybe a few years from now? Let me know down below. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.